Hey everyone, welcome back to Monster Tsunami. And for today's video, I brought back Pokefusions, but with a twist this time. For today, I'm planning on doing Dark Souls meets Pokemon fusions. I call, with original name, Souls. Yay. Pretty much it's the same concept as my other Pokefusions, but for this I'm going to try to do my best to try and make them look like Dark Soul bosses. Which that's gonna be really fun. And maybe I'll add like backgrounds and stuff to it, but mostly just make them look like bosses. But for this one, I'm only gonna do two. One fusion of my choice and one by random or my friends help me out. Hopefully this will be fun for you guys. And if you guys do, leave a like and subscribe. Hopefully I want to try to get my channel up to 200 subscribers till the year ends. Alright, let's finally get into it. For today's, for the first drawing, it's going to be my choice. And for that, I created, well, I was playing around with two of my favorite Pokemon, Scolipede and Goipede, which I'll show a picture of it right. Basically a giant golem centipede monster, which I have a lot of ideas for. But let's stop talking about it. Let's finally get into it. Transition.
As you explore this abandoned village, you finally notice that in the distance is a large castle. As you slowly walk towards it, you slowly realize how abandoned and ruined it is, to the point to where even the ceiling or the giant walls protecting the castle has been fallen apart. This place seems too quiet, you say to yourself, as you realize there's no monsters, not even a single rodent near this place. But as you keep thinking, you realize the sun is slowly setting and you do not want to be out here tonight. So, with bravery, you walk up to the doorway and slowly open the door. As the doorway opens with ease, surprisingly, you notice that it's a giant room. Everything is in ruins. The ceiling has fallen and collapsed. Columns holding up this giant room have fallen, and including the statues that decorate the walls are now against the floor, shattered, like something has destroyed them. But as you're looking at all this, you realize in the middle of the room is an unlit bonfire. With a bit of excitement in you, you slowly walk up towards the unlit bonfire and slowly light it, brightening up the room to see there's nothing there. At first you were hesitant, but then slowly gave in as you sat down and finally relaxed for the first time in a while. It was honestly quite peaceful at first, finally. After all those monsters you've slain, you finally had a moment to relax. But then as you try to relax, you notice you're hearing something. It sounded like cracking, like stone falling apart. And as you finally looked around and looked, you see a strange pattern on the floor, like something has risen and fallen. But then after a minute you realize something is not right, and so you slowly stand up and back away, as now you finally notice the floor that you were sitting on is slowly rising. You back away, wielding the sword in your hand, as the only thing you see in the darkness now is the bonfire that slowly rises into the air, and strange symbols that brighten the darkness. What is that thing? You say with fear in your voice as you hold the sword in front of you. But as you do, the lights begin to shine brighter as now you finally see what you're about to fight. Something that this castle has created long, long ago.
So we're halfway there, and before we get to the second and final drawing, I just want to say thank you guys for going this far into the video. And if you guys are, hit the like and subscribe button. I want to try to get to 200 subscribers before this year ends, and I'll really appreciate it. The final one, and I kind of had a thought about it, and honestly, I kind of wanted I wanted a Pokefusion that I could play with a lot more. So I got a Ghastly and a Starmie fusion. Starsly. Actually, I'm going to edit right there. Let's get into this one. I'm going to try my best to make this into a Dark Souls boss. Hopefully it looks good.
As you quickly run away from the ruins that chase you, you finally find a pathway and go in. But as you do, you realize the creature behind you has stopped. As you turn to see what's going on, you see it turning away and going back into its spot and go back to sleep. At first, you're a little concerned why the creature stopped, but honestly, you did not care, as you just kept running away from this giant beast, deeper into the castle. As you run deeper and deeper into this ruined castle, you finally stop to catch your breath. But as you do, you realize, where are you? Where you're at? Wow, I can't see. And so you finally stopped to grab a stick off the ground and a piece of fabric and begin to create a torch. You quickly strike the match that you kept. And as you do, you realize there's something in front of you. At first you were a little concerned, but you hesitated until you realize you need to see. You strike it again to finally light the torch. And as you do, you see what it is. A giant pile of bodies, old and new. Did the creature do this? You say to yourself. But as you kept saying to yourself, you realize on top of the pile is a strange pink gem. Curiosity catches you as you slowly raised your hand to reach for the gem. As you grasp your hand against the gem, it slowly glowed brighter and brighter until it was so bright that it brightened up the room, showing how many bodies there are. Thousands of them. It shook you to your core, but at short, you realized the gem was moving. It slowly raised into the air, and as it rose slowly, you realize it's connected to something. A strange humanoid creature is connected to it. As it slowly rises, it finally let out a nasty shriek. And as it did, you try to quietly run so you don't get its attention, but as you do, you stepped on a bone and snap. As the snap is heard into the room, the creature slowly looked down at you. As the gem has become its eye, it slowly looked down at you and began to laugh. And then as it does, you slowly realize the bodies around you began to move. Slowly, each body began to stand. And as they do, each one of their eyes began to glow a purple glow. as the same as the creature. It began to laugh louder as each creature, each corpse on the ground, slowly looked at you.